Okay. I'm lecturing George, everybody.
Yes.
Anyway, last day of February, man. Last day of February. And big news right off the bat, you know, it's the Tiger Woods shit. You know what? And everybody's going to tell us, hey, let it rest, but you know, we just can't do that. It's just like
Tiger
watching a
Woods
train
is
wreck.
getting dropped left and right from sponsorships. So this, you know, me and Kevin being the original people we are.
Well, the latest it's Gatorade.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it because Gatorade's slogan is it in you?
Yes, it is.
I mean, he took that shit to another level. So he did exactly what the slogan said, and now he's getting fucking reprimanded for it and getting dropped. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
But,
So Kevin and I, being, like I said, the original folks we are, came up with our own top 10 sponsors that should jump or pounce on Tiger while the iron is hot.
Yes, and we're going to start out with number 10, Vivid.
Entertainment.
Vivid Entertainment, the leader in adult entertainment. Not only do I think Vivid should be a sponsor, but some cool, you know.
Possible names.
Yeah, Clappy Gilmore. Tiger's Wood. And Tiger plays 18 Hoes. I think they'd be bestsellers. I'd buy one.
Now.
We know you would.
Buy?
You get off the internet, off the torrents.
Buy. Who buys things? Anyway, right hot off the heels of Vivid, I think 5 Hour Energy, we've all seen the commercials, should jump in and then just have Tiger standing there with an energy bottle and go, hours of energy with no crash later. Could help him driving his car. Could help him driving on the golf course. Could help him driving up in vaginas.
Yes. At number 8, we have LegalZoom.com. Do you know why I say LegalZoom.com? Because you can do your name changing online. And Tiger will be doing that. He will be changing his name apparently from Tiger to Cheetah.
And we've all heard that Tiger's having sleeping issues and can't do this, and maybe we think he has a conscience. So who else should jump into this fray? Lunesta.
Yeah.
At last you can get a good night's rest again.
Yes.
And again and again and again. No matter whose house he's at or what bed you're in, you can always get a good rest.
That motherfucker needs to rest after all this shit. Now, number 6, easy, Viagra. When 18 holes is not enough.
Holes or hose?
I think 18 hoes. I think Viagra should change to 18 hoes. When 18 hoes is not enough. Yeah.
And now we all have seen Tiger's pretty face as he's got that $3,000 watch on his wrist from Tag Heuer. Well, guess what? Now it's Timex. Because he takes a licking and keeps on sticking.
At number 4, Fritos. And you people ask me, why Fritos? But Fritos has a particular brand of potato chip called Lay's. And the slogan is, because when you just can't have one. And we want all you guys to add in your top 10 shit, okay? And turn everybody on to our top 10 shit. You guys will. What's at 3?
And number 3, Trojan. He wants to be a Trojan man. Why? Because when you play as many hoes or holes as Tiger, it's good to be safe.
Good to be safe. Number 2, KFC. And I know all you people are going to be like, why?
Because he's black. Man.
Right, no. KFC, because I think they should make a new meal. That includes white breasts only.
And last, but certainly not least, our number 1 pick, Ashley Madison. Now you're probably thinking, what on God's green earth is Ashley Madison?
Yeah.
Life is short, have an affair. That's their slogan.
That is their slogan, Ashley Madison's slogan. Now, enough of Tiger.
Till next week.
Till next week, and then we'll start back up with all his shit. But we are going to move on to the Olympics. Man, what? Here we go.
Okay, before any one of you else out there think you're cute and have something funny to say and think you're the first person to say, no, I did not drive the bobsled for the bobsled team. That's not me. Don't even say it. Sitting at the house, and Jesse's girlfriend texts her, why is George in Vancouver driving the bobsled for the team?
Is there somebody that looks like you in there?
You haven't seen that big cockeyed bastard?
Are you serious?
Big, wide, broad dude with short hair. The shortest one of the group is the driver. Had to have some special surgery to put, like, they basically inserted a contact lens into his eye. Or he was...
His eyes are fucked up?
His eyes are jacked.
Does that shit look like a broken slot machine? Is that all? Shit.
No, but no, it's not cockeyed. He was just having a vision problem. But yes, the USA...
Right. You're going to have a motherfucker that has a vision drop in your bobsled, man. But you know what? It didn't matter. because the motherfuckers won the gold.
Yes,
the first time in 62 years.
Now, what's going to be more impressive, that win or when the U.S. beats Canada?
I don't, Now that event is going to happen
today,
probably a few hours. You guys will, by the time you're watching this video, the winner will already have been determined.
And you can tell me how stupid I am because I think USA is going to win
and stuff like this. But the U.S. has played great as a unit. They are undefeated in the hockey rounds. I mean, they look great. But Canada also is, this
nasty.
is their game. They're nasty.
25 Olympians on their team or something.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, more than likely, Canada should win. I mean, if they do, great. If they don't, who cares?
Who cares? Overall, the U.S. did great in this Olympics, man.
Yes.
I mean, they broke the record for amount of medals, 37 overall medals. It's only the second time since the Winter Olympics where they've accumulated the most medals. So it was a good Winter Olympics year for the United States of America.
Do you know where the Winter Olympics are going to be in 4 years?
I don't know.
In Russia.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of time delay we're going to be on for that?
And a big thing about that is it's going to be a time delay. And what they said is when the Eastern European countries, like with hockey, they said all of a sudden, for example, when they have it in those countries, and all of a sudden Russia's in the final with like the Czech Republic, they said it kills the viewing audience because no one from the States care anymore. So no one watches it from the States. And that's been a big issue.
It's going to be hard for us to watch it anyway because it's going to be halfway across the world.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you not going to find out who medaled and who did this and who did that?
Yeah, but they got their fairy tale, the U.S. and Canada, here at this time on good time. Anyway, let's move on to getting on Olympics. We're going to skip out Olympics, and we're going to go to something that we don't talk about a lot, and it's probably going to make George NASCAR. NASCAR. Go ahead. What's your slogan for NASCAR?
Drive fast, turn left. I can do this for hours. Somebody call me an athlete.
Look, I'm going to tell you one.
I'm an athlete. I can do this for days. I piss and shit on myself too if need be. I'm an athlete. No offense, man. This shit doesn't make any sense to me. Never made any sense to me, and no one's ever tried to convince me.
But it's a popular sport.
To who?
George, to who? To all the people that are watching it.
Who?
You just can't relate to it because
Motherfucker, I don't know one person who sits. I don't know one.
Because you don't live in Charlotte, North Carolina, or Memphis, Tennessee, or you see what I'm saying? This is why. You know what?
You're saying that shit, not me.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I mean,
what's the big news in NASCAR? What's the big news right now in NASCAR?
Danica Patrick, your favorite person, man.
I fucking hate this woman. I absolutely, sincerely dislike
I'm rooting for her now.
Good.
Why? Were you mad at me?
No, I don't give a shit.
Well, tell me why you hate Danica Patrick.
Let that bitch have one tooth. Be bald and have one titty.
Right.
No one would know who you are. I hope you understand that, and that drives me absolutely insane about sports. And you know what? Not to get off the.
And let me tell you something. And you're right, because Sarah Fisher and all those other girls that came before, not all these other girls, these other drivers that came before Danica Patrick never got the ink that Danica Patrick did. So there is some of her looks that does a lot for her.
Not just to jump back on the Winter Olympics. Anytime we see Winter Olympics here and it's a female, you don't see that big burly bitch in the back.
Right.
You see the cute little blonde or the cute little petite little woman up front, and we want to profile her.
Right.
That's bullshit.
Right.
Dude, you don't have to be pretty. I mean, I don't want to say I feel bad for women. It's not fair to women athletes when you're pushed to the top just because you look good. Look at Anna Kournikova.
I knew you were going to say that shit.
No, seriously. Look at Gina Carano. Where's Gina Carano been? She got her ass whooped. Bitch, you'd have a better time finding Waldo than finding her. She's gone.
I found that nigga Waldo.
Anyway, back to your new hero, Danica.
Why do you say it's my new hero? I just said I'm kind of pulling for it. I'm going to tell you what, George. Okay, we can argue, but I'm going to tell you what. Danica Patrick can drive. She's a good driver.
So
now, with all you, George,
I can get us a 7-Eleven.
The only thing you can drive is that fucking bobsled in Vancouver. That's what for me, Shorty. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but
yeah, bad man.
Anyway, she can drive. Now, I know what the next question is going to be. Kevin, has she completed a race? Fuck no. She has not completed a race.
And let me tell you right now, like I told Kevin before the show, if I'm Billy Bob Smith, who's been doing this shit for that motherfucker who starts in 38th position.
Right, okay.
If I'm that dude, and this little woman shows up and starts getting more ink than I do, and I've been racing dune buggies since I was 12, she will never finish a race. That's if I was on the circuit.
Right.
My job, I would be the bully. I'd be the enforcer. I'd wreck her she wouldn't complete 2 laps.
Right. Now that is a good point. Now I'm gonna. It's two sides of this whole thing. Danica Patrick, when I'm looked at it, I can probably tell people a little bit more about, because you don't even watch NASCAR, and I don't really watch it, but I found it interesting since she's got in it, because I like to see these things. I like to see what's happening, because we always talked about when she got with the good old boys, it was going to be tough for her. But Kevin Harvick was helping her yesterday.
Is he single?
He's single, probably single, and probably thinks he was helping her. But the thing is this. George has a valid point, because there's guys like Joey Logano, you guys probably don't know, and there's some other young racers out there that are not getting the ink that Danica Patrick's getting. You know what I'm saying? And these are young, upcoming racers and stuff like this. And, it's because she's a female driver, and stuff like this. But
I don't give a shit. She wrecked me, I'd be in pit row beating the piss out of her.
You can't beat the woman's ass, dude.
Shit.
She might work you short. She's an athlete.
She's this tall!
So anyway, that's what's going on with NASCAR. We don't really. Yeah, George.
She wrecked
NASCAR.
again.
George
she's raced in 2 races and didn't even finish.
And she's not going to get another opportunity to race. I don't know if she finished last or whatever, but I could see Rusty Wallace talking about it. He wasn't too happy about it. He was like talking, she didn't do too good the first race, she didn't do good the second race, and it was killing him. It would be like them interviewing, and I kind of got a kick out of that. But we're not going to see Danica Patrick on the NASCAR track until about June. Anyway, let's get back to the more interesting subjects, pertinent ones. Football.
Yeah. Yes.
Football. The big thing with football, okay, T.O. has got released.
T.O.'s a free agent.
Yes.
Julius Peppers is a free agent.
Where do you think Julius Peppers will end up?
I don't know. I can tell you where I hope he ends up.
No. Okay, let's just keep next subject. What about T.O.? Do you think, you said that Cincinnati's trying to get T.O.?
Well, no, I'm not saying they're trying to get him. Cincinnati's had this, we want all the players with bad reps. I mean, that's what they built their team on. And
yeah.
I mean,
there's one thing about T.O., and T.O. stands for too old. Jokes, son. Jokes, son.
He could end up in Baltimore. Baltimore wanted him before he went to Philly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could end up in Baltimore. I don't think, even though Chad Ochocinco is lobbying to get him in Cincinnati, I don't think that's going to happen.
Isn't he a free agent too? I thought there was a big deal with Chad.
I can't keep up with him.
Neither can I. There's just too many.
But the one thing that sparks my interest more than free agency right now is that in the NFL, they're talking about making a rule change for overtime games.
Strictly for the playoffs.
Strictly for the play. Now, the thing that I find the most bizarre about this is the rule change. You would think that in the playoffs, for a new rule change, that this new overtime rule that they were saying that they would do it kind of like the college format. Each team gets an opportunity.
No, why?
But to some degree, they're doing that. But they're saying, okay, if the team that gets the ball first scores a touchdown, then it's over. But if they score a field goal, then the other team gets the chance.
Why?
It's just the stupidest fucking thing ever.
I can understand not adopting all of the college overtime, so maybe you don't start them at the 30, start them at the 50.
Right.
But everything else with the college overtime format really works.
Right.
And for some reason, is it Goodell? Goodell's gone, isn't it? Who's the guy running the show in the NFL? Is it Goodell?
Oh my gosh, this motherfucker's got Alzheimer's, man.
Alzheimer's? Is it Goodell?
Old timers, yeah. Goodell, it's Roger Goodell, man.
Stop being a dick. Stop trying to be original. You came in like John Wayne. You set the house on fire. You started ripping everyone's butthole open because they messed up. That's great.
Ripping everyone's butthole.
Make the overtime just like college and get it over with. Just stop. Yeah. Stop trying to be original. Stop trying to be just the shit works. Make it work.
Exactly. I agree with you, George.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Call him up, man. Can you get him on the hotline?
If I could, I would.
I know. I would call him up too. I agree with you. It's just stupid, man. I think if you're going to change the rules, just change it. Like
college did it right.
Bite the college does it right. You always find out who really deserves to win the game. Bite their fucking format. Who gives a shit? But it's no different. Basically, if a team goes down and scores a touchdown.
I mean, the only thing you do is take away from getting beat by a kicker.
Yeah. They're saying the team has to, I don't know. So if you win the coin toss, and if you have the ability to score a touchdown, the other team never gets a chance.
Exactly. Dumb.
Anyway, that's going to pretty much wrap it up.
College basketball, last night, Kansas and Kentucky lost. They're
2 number 1 seeds, but I still think before it's all
Syracuse. All right, right now, pick. Who's going to win the whole thing?
Who's going to win the whole thing?
Whole thing. It's going to be a team from the Big East. And I just said that. I know you're shocked. But it's going to be a team from the Big East.
You just farted like shit, man. Why you got to fart on me, man? I'm trying to think
Anyway, I'm going with Syracuse.
I'm going to have to go with Syracuse either. But I tell you what, this
You're
is
not going with Georgetown?
Man, Georgetown's fucked up, man. They just can't do anything right.
Maryland. Go with Maryland.
Maryland's pretty good, but why don't you go with that sweatshirt you're wearing? You trying to joke?
They're not even going to make the NIT.
There you go. There you go. See? And talk that shit. I'm gonna give you a sleeper team right now. I'm gonna say the